All right, and what's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode here with me, Big Matt Podcast Channel, live and coming at you right here on March the 18th, 2024. Thanks for coming by. Do appreciate it. We got some news to share with you, some exciting news. There's news of things going on overseas in the Middle East. To the effects of rituals and things that the Jews keep. And for us Christians, there's something that we're particularly looking for. We're looking for the resurrection of this third temple. Okay. And in the book of Numbers, chapter 19, if you want to go over there and look at that, that will give you more identity of what we're going to talk about. And if you're not sure about it, like I said, just go check it out after we get done. Numbers chapter 19 is kind of the deal. Well, the headline, let me just pull it up here on the screen and share it. This is always the easiest way to do. I'm a learner by sight myself. Okay, so basically, if you can read along here somewhat, we're going to start here. This is from All Israeli News. In the event, we're talking about to rebuild the third temple. Now, I'll lay this out a little bit. And like I said, when I come on, we believe that before the return of Christ, this temple will have to be rebuilt. Well, I guess they're going to have to get rid of the other one, tear it down, something in these line of thinking. And in the time of Mount of Olives, and with these things going on, the Jews back and some of this article goes more way into the history, and it's a good little read. It's a couple of paragraphs, but I just want to get to the meat of the matter. But I'll give you just a quick rundown. You know, back in the 30s, the Jews wanted to go pray in this area, and because of the Muslims from Jacob and Ishmael brothers from thousands of years ago, those things have always been frowned upon, and Muslim belief has not always agreed to let the Israelis, the Jews, to come in and pray in this area because they've been arguing and fighting over a spot of land since about forever. Okay. And so there's things that have to happen. Okay. And for these things to happen in their beliefs, they have to purify this area. Okay. What's up, Austin? Good to see you. You have to purify this area on the ground before they can build the new temple, which then these steps will have to take forth before Christ could return. You know, he's going to come through the doorway there, what they say on the east wall. Okay. So you saying, Matt, well, how are they going to purify this? Well, if you're not familiar with that, there is red heifers that they would take way back in the day. The last time this was done was 70 AD. This will be I'm pretty sure the ninth. This is the ninth one. And by Jewish belief and what they go by, that would bring forth the Messiah. Okay. That he will return. You know, this is going to be the building of the temple and the things for them and how they worship, because they don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah. Okay. He was just a prophet, kind of like the Muslims believe. He was just a guy, okay, and he come and broke the laws that they kept so dearly, and he worked on the Sabbath, and that's what got him pretty much the final nail on the cross to put him away. That was just one of the things. So, Matt, what are you saying then? So how do they purify this area? What does these red heifers have to do with it? Well, these red heifers cannot have any more than 2 black or white hairs on their entire bodies. Now, these heifers have been grown. You can look it up here. I found out about this last year. I keep up with this kind of stuff. This is where you're going to find out really what's going on, because this is where Christ walked the earth at over there. This is where it all began. So it's good to keep your eyes on what's going on over there. So these red heifers will be sacrificed, and they'll be taken to, they'll be killed, and they'll be taken to this altar. They're going to build this altar, be a big fire pit. They put the heifers on it. They burn them down, and then they take the the ashes, once the heifer's burnt down, they take these ashes out and mix water with it, like a holy water of some sort, and they'll draw some blood from that calf also, and it has to be sprinkled on the people that's going to be in attendance to pray, to come up there and pray on this new area, because it's where the third temple is going to be, and that's where the desolation will be. That's where the Antichrist will sit. Now, this is not far-fetched ideas. No, Matt, what are you talking about? Are you reading Star Trek stuff? Or I don't know about none of this stuff, and that's okay. And if you don't know, there was one time I didn't know. So the book of Daniel, Revelations, that kind of stuff, that's where you're going to find out about most of this. So they're going to take this blood and sprinkle it on these people so they can go up to this new temple and they can worship. And the ashes will be spread around for them. So that's what's going on. And again, I'm not going to keep you long. Just a few minutes. I just want to share this news. It is good news. Right here it says, in the event of the temple's reconstruction, exfunctionally and ritually a sacrifice will be continued to represent the Kohen, which is the priest. In addition to anyone participating in temple worship would be required to be sprinkled with this ash water. Beyond that, even without a presence of actual agricultural temple, that the ceremony would allow the general population to be ritually cleansed, thus removing much of the religious prohibition for any Jewish presence on the Temple Mount. Now, this, of course, is a large threat to the radical Islamic worldview. Now, we all know that. They don't want this to happen. But it's going to happen. It's already been written, and Christ is coming soon. If the heifer ceremony does indeed take place this Passover, it's Easter, okay, April, it very well could be an experience to shift the events in the near future, while the idea and the reality of the ceremony may continue to grow in anticipation for many. History indicates that it could come at a high price. So that's some news there. That's what I wanted to share with you. Signs and wonders there are, and there's many things that will be. And he tells us to look in the sky and to keep our eyes open. There'll be many people come in his name and try to, there'll be a lot of false prophets and people tell you lies, but I'm telling you the truth. It is exciting news to know that Christ is returning, and his return is going to be pretty soon. And if you're not sure about where you're at in your life or what you got going on, make peace with Christ. Believe that you're a sinner, confess your sins, and believe in your heart that he rose from the dead on the third day. And study your life to be as close to Christ as we can. It's a personal relationship. And if people ask you, well, do you believe in God? Just heard a guy talking about this. Well, that's kind of a trick question, because do you give God all your heart? Well, literally no. And I'm just telling you that there's struggles in everyday life and everything that's going on. It's not easy, but God does love you. And Christ is real, and he did come, and he did give us a chance, a path at peace to defeat all these wars and things they got going overseas, all this fighting and fussing and all the madness and fighting over religions never done nothing but cause wars and famines. But Christ is the way. And this is proof. Look, this is proof. These red heifers to be sacrificed. I knew they were coming, but I thought it was going to be, I thought they needed to mature another year or two. If this goes down this Easter, and also let me remind you, there is another lunar eclipse, April the 8th. Okay, it's going to be a lunar eclipse. And from where the last one come last time, and this one's coming this year, they intersect at a little town called Jacob here in the United States. And Jacob pretty much translates into Israel. Now, does that mean that's the end that's coming on this lunar eclipse? No. I think, my opinion from my studies of the Bible and how I feel, I think this eclipse is a sign of an awakening time to give you an opportunity to know that I am near. This is not a joke. This is that warning that goes out on the radio that you hear. This is a test of the emergency broadcasting system. That's what these things are. These signs and wonders and these things that are going on, these are tests. These are things that let you know that he is real and he's alive and he's there to give you the opportunity for everlasting life after death, because that's one thing that none of us are going to escape, and that's death. So, yeah, I just want to do a quick video, spend a few minutes and share that news. It is good news. And if your heart's in the right place and I'm out here spreading the good news, this is what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. Tell somebody else about this. Share the video. Give me a thumbs up. Like the video. Just go right there on your phone. Hit that little blue button a couple of times or whatever. I'd appreciate it. And give me a follow there on the channel. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it all the ways I can, because it just helps. On YouTube, it helps create a more algorithm so this type of stuff can go out to people. And that's all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do my part and spread the good news. So I won't hold you up no more rest of the day. It's been a pretty day. It's going to be cold tonight again. It's going to be cold again tonight. Spring is here, so we still got to deal with that. But God's going to give us sun in the morning, Lord willing. And again, thank you for coming by and listening to me, and help me help others to know that this news is out there and these things are going on. And this Easter, if they do this, they go through this, and these heifers are sacrificed, and they use these ashes and the blood be sprinkled up there, and they're getting ready to try to build this new temple. They got to cleanse the land. That's how they do it. That's how the Jewish belief does this. If they do this at Passover, God is real and Jesus loves you. So these things are happening fast, man. Just wanted to share that with you guys. All right. Thank you all for coming by. And again, give me a like, a thumbs up, and a share. Subscribe to the channel. All right. We'll be back in some more news. We'll have to figure out some new stuff's going on. I try to keep up to date, stay on this channel at least a day or two a week. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good evening, and stay warm tonight. Okay. God bless.